Hey, everybody!
Hello, are we still muted?
No, we're not.
Okay.
I did that first.
Okay, I couldn't see. Hello, how is everybody?
Hi!
I'm still doing the talkie part, but we don't have any flashbacks this week, thankfully. So
And we have not a lot of comics, really, for this week. This should be a short
It
week.
was a kind of small week, so hopefully we'll get this
we'll-
video done within an hour. So let's just start. We have Ambassador number 4 of 6. Is this
I haven't read that one yet. I'm excited.
is this new?
Mhm.
Or is it okay?
Mhm.
That's the only cover we have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we have more coming in then. I know I've ordered all the covers, so I guess they just got split up. Thank you, Diamond. We have Avengers
Beyond.
Avengers Beyond number 1, second printing. It says Greg Land, but I'm fairly sure that is not Greg Land. Could be wrong, but I don't think it looks like Greg Land artwork. We have a second printing of a blank cover for Batman facsimile of number 357.
So they did a second printing of a facsimile, which is a reprint. Why?
With
And it's not even the facsimile; it's the blank cover.
All I can figure is
so it's a second printing of a blank cover, which is not really a facsimile.
Well, I mean, the book inside is a facsimile, and there are a lot of people, and the logo and everything. There are a lot of people who like the blank cover facsimiles, so they can get somebody to draw like an homage cover on it. And I guess there were so many people who liked this one in particular that they felt they should go back to print on it. Is all I can figure. I can't say it makes a lick of sense to me, but that is my best guess. If I could afford, artist sketches and went to conventions, I probably would do the same. But Joker Incorporated number 8. This is the first full appearance.
It's Batman Incorporated, but okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Batman Incorporated. This is the first full appearance of Joker Incorporated, as you can see there on the cover. We have the AAPI, Asian American Pacific Islander
Heritage Month
variant, and we have another variant by Alan Kwan. I like Alan Kwan stuff. Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries continues on with number 8 of 12. Second series is coming to an end. I'm not really sure. I feel like this dog. Yeah, this dog. Yeah, this one. I finally found his face. This dog looks familiar from cartoons and stuff, but I'm not sure. So I don't know if the rest of them are from a cartoon series that was parody or offshoot or whatever of Scooby-Doo.
I mean, they're all the same characters. They're all the Scooby-Doo characters.
They're all
just
similar, different. So, I mean...
It's an alternate reality Scooby-Doo.
I guess. But anyway, I'm kind of curious about that. Batman, The Adventures Continue. Season 3, number 5.
Why is my camera so blurry?
I don't know. I just thought it was my eyes. Is it blurry for you too?
No, it's blurry for me too. Sorry, guys. I don't know what...
Well, if nothing else is just a number. Has Harley Quinn on the cover, so of course I have to get it. Even if I didn't want to get it, Joetta made me get it. Batman.
I'm evil like that.
What do we got here? Batman presents...
Batman White Knight presents
Generation Joker. And what it doesn't say, and I thought it would, but what it doesn't say is that this is a sequel or spinoff or whatever you want to call it to the recently completed Batman White Knight Beyond, or White, yeah, I guess that's how they said it. Batman Beyond White Knight?
No, Batman White Knight Beyond.
This is a spinoff of that. Joetta can read the description if she wants.
Oh, I can. Youth in revolt. Spinning out of the runaway hit Batman Beyond the White Knight comes an unforgettable coming-of-age supervillain tale starring the children of Harley Quinn and the Joker. When the rebellious twins run away in a stolen Batmobile, only Joker Jack, Napier's quickly fading hologram, has any hope of getting them home safely and keeping them out of the family business. But a life of crime isn't the only temptation young Bryce and Jackie are facing. The kids uncover a dark secret that could bring their dad back to life for good. With a wild array of Batman's former enemies and allies on their tails, will the kids succeed in reviving the Dark Knight's greatest foe? Find out as Jackie and Bryce take center stage in the White Knight universe. Sean Murphy reunites with co-writers Katana Collins and Clay McCormick to bring fans the latest chapter of the White Knight story with the help of rising star artist Mirka Andolfo. Mirka Andolfo is a rising star?
I kind of, excuse me, I kind of thought
been
that
around
was
a little while.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if she's,
And she does her own books that are really good.
I mean, she's very popular already, so I don't know that she's really a rising star at this point. I think
Maybe she's
already
just rising in DC. Maybe DC hasn't used her yet.
But I don't know if you caught it in there. Joetta kind of said it quickly, but it's not the Joker. It's not Jack Napier. It is the hologram of the Joker, Jack Napier, who, because the Joker himself is dead, but he managed to put his consciousness into an AI and is a hologram, but the hologram is losing juice and will then finally be dead for good. Kids don't want that. Black Cloak from Image is out with issue number 5.
It's really good. It's really, really good. And it's taken a turn in a way I was not expecting. So if you haven't read Black Cloak and you like detective stories, detective fantasy detective stories, then this is the book for you.
We have a when it came in originally, it was damaged, so we have a replacement for the 1 in 10 for James Tynion IV's Blue Book number 2. Blue Book number 3.
No, number 3. Sorry.
Sorry, it's probably Black Book with the government, Blue Book with this. Really good stuff from James Tynion. Briar is out with a second printing of number 4.
Of 4. So this is
because Boom Studios can't seem to not reprint something. So even if it's not necessary, they'll still do it.
But the second prints all have the same
the second prints do
cover,
have that,
so
which is kind of a cool cover. Captain Marvel number 49, Revenge of the Brood
ends. This is the end of the storyline, so I'm excited to find out what happens.
This is the Spider-Verse variant. I'm really enjoying these Spider-Verse variants, and this is a really weird.
She's got the mohawk going on.
Really cool.
That mohawk always cracks me up.
Well, she has a mohawk here too. It's just a brood head. That is a very weird, very cool brood.
I love the
Captain Marvel mashup.
Well, she is a brood.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
In this storyline, or like always?
No. That's the whole point.
From American Mythology Productions, we have Cartoon Puppet Horror Theater. A new number 1 with a really fun
horror with no strings attached.
Kind of Disney-ish homage, I was trying to say. Go ahead. Not Disney, big Sesame Street.
This is the book for people who love horror movies. This is the book for people who love puppets. This is the book for fans who want to see what happens when a horror blogger, her jock boyfriend, a B-movie screen queen, a fanboy, a half-baked deadbeat, and something called Faddle are brought together by the mysterious Boo Keeper to save the puppet horrorverse. Ain't no one getting out alive if Clarence the Cleaver has anything to say about it. It's in your felt puppet horror action the way you always wanted it. Leave the counting to the birds. These streets are made for screaming. Get your front row seats for the Cartoon Puppet Horror Theater premiere.
And this is, as he says his name, this is Faddle. Not sure what a Faddle is, but I like his antenna, his horn, his whatever that would be. So I got to say that I'm really curious about this one. Sadly, there was not a trailer. All right, so what is our first trailer? Okay. Clear from from Dark Horse Comics and Scott Snyder is out with number 3. That is the regular cover
with a white logo. Clear.
And then I don't know how.
Can't really see it, but the foil logo.
You can tell that it's white. I mean, it's whiter there than that is, but you can't really tell. But the logo is in foil on the foil variant. Try wiggling it in front of the camera, see if that does any good.
There, you can see it.
But Clear has been if you're a fan of Scott Snyder, then it definitely won't disappoint you.
I'm really enjoying this.
Fun stuff. Crimson Storm number 2
from 10 Ton Press. Find out more about Crimson Storm's past as a young woman learning to control her powers after a tragic incident, her recruitment by the government, and her new role as a superpowered spokesperson and secret weapon. I like the magazine covers.
I do too. I really like that cover. Dahlia in the Dark from Mad Cave Studios is up to number 4. And as Joetta sometimes wants me to point out, or wants us to point out, this was one of those books that is for some people ordered
Special order.
Special order. Thank you. That's the word. Subscriber only. We don't put it on the shelf, but we're more than happy to order it for you and put it in your folder. Just about every regularly priced comic book from just about every publisher that at least catches my attention comes across the shelf, and for its first or second issue at least. But sometimes after that, they just don't warrant the shelf space. But we do still have folks who enjoy them. If I looked at
it's Danger Street.
Oh, Danger Street. Okay, Dingbats of Danger. That's why I'm like, there's too many words. Tom King's Danger Street continues with number 6, and this is my. Isn't this the main cover? Yeah, this is the main cover. Okay, this is the variant cover, which I'm not sure why it's out of order, other than the fact that the main cover is really, really weird. Really, really, really weird. We have a cartoon-looking Darkseid enjoying his morning cereal. I like it. I like the weird. And
with omega-3s.
And Danger Street is really good. If you're a fan of Tom King, this does not disappoint. And if you're not a fan of Tom King, then you need to give it a try, because this does not disappoint. Daredevil. Apparently we're doing the variant covers first this week. So let me switch that around. And I'm going to show you the main cover. That is the main cover of Daredevil number 11, starring Iron Fist. The Spider-Verse variants continue with Dare Spider? And then we have, like I said, Iron Fist guest stars in this issue. So we have a AAPI month variant for that. And then
Iron Fist.
Last but not least, we've got a seriously sexy Elektra by Derek Chu. That is seriously nice cover. I've never seen Elektra look so feminine, I guess. I mean, she's not, but she's always she's not unattractive, but she's usually rather ready to kick butt. This one looks like she might be ready for another thing or two. Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer from Opus Comics, Opus something or another, is out with number 12. That is the main cover, and this is the, weirdly enough, Frank Frazetta variant.
I don't know why Frank Frazetta is doing the variants on his book, but he is.
Every Opus on every one of the Frazetta titles has the Frazetta cover of the variant. I do not understand. Going to run through these quick because there are a bunch. Disney Villains Scar.
Number 2.
Kind of wish they'd called it Disney Villainous just because of the game, but they might not have been able to because of the game.
They don't own the villain.
But Disney Villains Scar, number 2. That is the main cover. I really, really love that cover. We have another variant. I'm not going to bother to tell you who all the variants are by, because really, do we care? If they look pretty, that's all that matters. That's Erica Henderson, though. I will say that since I looked. I like that cover as well. That's very fun with the hyenas there. Scar looks overly happy with himself there. This, I think, might be my this is my second favorite. The main cover is my first favorite, but this Jay Lee cover
the Jay Lee is awesome.
Is just really awesome. Again, with the hyenas there. We have a ratio variant, a 1-in-7,
black and white
of the Jay Lee cover. We have another 1-in-7 by Erica Henderson. This is a gray tone variant. I know I said her name a few minutes ago. Is that the same cover?
Mm-hmm, it is. It is.
Okay. I honestly didn't remember seeing it yet. We have a full art 1-in-10 of the Jay Lee cover. Some people, like Joetta, enjoy the books without names. We have a 1-in-10 Trevor Fraley variant, which is a new bit of artwork. Wasn't on one of the other covers. And then we have a really, really super cool 1-in-15 gray tone of the main cover.
Yeah.
Which that's definitely my favorite cover of the book. Jay Lee, close second.
And it's really fun. The book is really fun. So I haven't read number 2 yet, but number 1 was really awesome.
What is the Maleficent, right? Is the second
Mm-hmm.
Disney villains? Yeah. That hasn't come out yet, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm ordering it, but it hasn't come out yet.
Right. From Mad Cave Studios, we have Don't Spit in the Wind, #2. This is one of... Hey, Todd. How are you, sir? You know what? I honestly don't know that I knew Todd was not your first name. Huh. I'd swear, as long as I've known you, I don't think I knew that. But we have Don't Spit in the Wind, #2 from Mad Cave Studios, one of Joetta's picks for this week.
Yes.
We have Dream Master #5 of 6. Miniseries is wrapping up.
Another special order.
Mm-hmm. From Black Box Comics. That's what I thought it said. It doesn't have an M in the box. Or did I see that wrong? Oh, well, she's not going to answer me. Ghost Rider #14.
Yeah, that's an M.
It's an M in the box, but the name of the studio, the publisher, is Black Box Comics. So why would there be an M in the box?
I don't know.
That confused me. So I thought it was Black Box based on the logo, based on the art, the cover, the square. Why'd they put an M in there?
It's always been that way.
Okay, show the cover. Show the people, because we're gonna have a contest. Okay, see how it's got an M, or at least what looks like an M. It could just be the blank space, but still. Okay, so the most creative explanation for that tomorrow will get a 15% discount off their next visit, because we have to wait for the day to be over to know who had the most creative explanation for that. All right, and it's tomorrow only. So most creative explanation for why there's an M in the Black Box logo. But back to Ghost Rider. We have the main cover for Ghost Rider. We have the Spider-Verse variant. Ghost Spidey. Spidey Ghost.
Go Spidey.
Spider Rider? I like Spider.
Oh, Spider Rider.
Spider Rider.
There you go.
Spider Rider looks like he's doing some stunts there and is pretty happy about it. And AAPI, we've got an Inhyuki Lee cover of... What is that?
Taigakuya?
I have no idea who that is.
Taigakuji?
Maybe part of Tiger Division or something. I'm honestly not sure. And we'll just keep going because it's still Ghost Rider, even though it's Cosmic now. Cosmic Ghost Rider. We have #3 of the current Cosmic Ghost Rider series, and we have the main cover, which
versus Valkyrie, guys,
which is really fun. I love the wings chasing him. kind of almost looks like the wings are.
Because it's mine.
We
have a strong lead, guys. You gotta step it up.
All right, from Cullen Bunn and Boom Studios, the book I'm really looking forward to this week. We have Ghost Lore. We've all heard of ghost stories, but what stories do the ghosts themselves tell us? And a strange daughter and her pastor. What, do you want to read?
I just think it's funny that you talk about you don't want to talk, but then you start reading, you don't let me read.
Go ahead, take over.
And a strange daughter and her pastor father wander a haunted land. They only have the restless spirits, each with its own story to tell, as company along the way. After a deadly accident, of which they were the only survivors, Lucas and Harmony Agate can see the dead, an overwhelmingly amount of the deceased, all with their own warnings, cries for help, and malevolence alike. But Lucas and Harmony aren't the only ones with this ability. There are other nearly deads, some of which have...
I have to use my mouse to get that to forward up.
I did. There you go. Malicious motivations. Cullen Bunn is joined by superstar artist Leo Max and guest star Brian Hurt, the first in a haunting lineup of guest artists featured in each issue, to bring readers the most eye-opening spectral story since The Sixth Sense. This 12-issue series is the newest Boom Studios collaboration with Cullen Bunn. Love that church cover. Where was the church cover? Oh, the church cover. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a full art of it now.
No, I think he means the other church cover.
Oh.
But that is the 1/100 full art of the main cover. I'll do them backward as we go. That is the 1/50 Jenny Frison cover. I love the spectral hands reaching for her.
Mm-hmm.
That is the 1/25. I really enjoy that. Who's that by? Riko Murakami full art variant. I like that. Since it's not artwork they use on one of the other covers, I have to admit I would prefer it had a logo, but that's just me. That is the full art 1/10 of the variant cover. This is the cover I think Todd was talking about.
And it's Spot UV.
If you can see it there.
If you see where the glowy stuff is, It's the ghost cover.
It is the Spot Ghost cover. Yes. And Todd, if that's one you're talking about, yeah, I fully agree. That is an awesome cover.
That is a beautiful cover.
You might want to try it up to the camera there and see if it can get it without the glare.
You can't see the UV anyway. You need no.
Yeah, you can. I see it.
You need
But yeah, it's better. It looks a whole. Todd wants it. Todd, just knowing how you are, just that one, or the whole run of first number ones. That was the variant cover, and that is the main cover. All right, IDW Godzilla Rivals, Biolante versus Destroya. That is the main cover.
Let me read it.
Okay. And that is the variant. I haven't read it myself yet, but that will be one of the ones I hopefully read tonight. That is the variant cover.
It goes out. The Godzilla versus Rivals are a whole series of one shots, but they're all the same Godzilla.
So Gotham Academy Maps of Mystery one shot. Joetta will read to you about.
I will, if I can get it to come up. Here we go. Return to the beloved world of Gotham Academy with this one shot, collecting acclaimed Gotham Academy backup stories from Batman's number 119 through 121, as breakout character Mia Maps Mizuki teams with Batman to search for a missing classmate. Plus, Gotham Academy Maps of Mysteries includes the Gotham Academy story from 2022 anthologies DC Saved by the Belle Reve by the original Gotham Academy series creative team, along with Carl Gersh's story from Batman Black and White's number 4. It's all things Gotham Academy from the past 2 years in one issue, and exactly what fans of the series have been hoping for.
And keep in mind, we don't write these blurbs. These are written by the publishers, which explains why they think somebody's been hoping for this. You know what? I completely forgot we had a trailer for Ghost Lore.
Oh, we have a trailer for Ghost Lore, so let's watch that. Not with that mouse. Let's try that again. All right, here we go. We're back.
All right. So, and we continue with the Great British Bump Off, number 2. Really interesting take on Detective Mr. Whodunit and the British cooking shows. I enjoyed the first issue. I'm curious to see who done it. From Clover, who knows? Clover Studios, Clover Press, Clover somebody. We have The Great Gatsby number 7. And we should have sometime in the next few weeks the full covers for that coming in.
They're always behind the foil. I don't understand.
I don't either. Donna DC continues with a new take on, well, not a new take necessarily, but anyways, new Green Lantern number 1.
And we have Green Lantern rings. So everyone who comes in the store tomorrow, be sure to get your Green Lantern ring so that you can be the next Green Lantern.
They are free with purchase of any of the covers for Green Lantern number 1 while they last. We have more books than we have rings, so just keep that in mind. Excuse me. That is the main cover. We have the Ivan Rice variant. We have a really fun, Perillo Sinestro variant. Pete Wood. Look. Oh, okay. I see what it's talking about. That's kind of fun. That they're calling that a fifth color variant. It's kind of hard to see, just like when they did the '90s throwback covers. It's kind of hard to see here in the camera. Try it over there, but the green of the flowers and the logo and stuff is a super hyper green, much more green, much more lime. Day glow, don't you know? I've read this. I'm not a huge Green Lantern fan in general, but I read this. This is a really good book. I enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to see where it goes. The Green Lantern. Oh, you know what? Joetta can read the. Instead of me telling you about it.
I can. Here we go. Spinning out of the events of Dark Crisis, the Guardians of Oa, is that right? Oa? Have quarantined Sector 2814, home of planet Earth, and its champion along with it. A heartbreaking defeat has sent Hal reeling, returning home to rediscover his roots and find the man responsible for ruining his life, Sinestro. From the visionary team of Jeremy Adams and Zermanko, who brought you the epic Flashpoint Beyond, comes a tale of redemption, loss, and finding out that maybe, just maybe, you can go home again. At least, if you're willing to hotwire a power ring to do it. Also featuring part 1 of John Stewart War Journal from writer Philip Kennedy Johnson and artist Montos.
We have the 1 in 25 variant for Green Lantern, as well as a really fun, although has nothing to do with the story, Ariel Colon 1 in 50 variant with I don't know if you're making a mallet out of your power ring energy, that it's fair to use that to win the contest at the carnival. And it seems a little bit cheaty to me. What do I know? But anyways, like I said, Green Lantern, it is a good read. I recommend it. Give it a try. And you get your free power ring. Iron Man. I am Iron Man. Number 3. I am not, but nor do I think I am. But apparently I have to say the title that way. So let's just pretend.
I am Iron Man.
And we have the variant cover by.
That's how you have to say it.
Somebody. Kind of like the variant. I think that's kind of fun. I like the flaming swords. Flaming energy swords. Invincible Iron Man.
An Iron Man samurai.
That's the main cover. It is. Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man number 6, main cover by Cal New. It's odd for a main cover because it's like a retro throwback, but I like that. We continue the connecting covers of the.
So you have all of the Iron Man suits.
Bob Layton, Bob Layton connecting cover, and then we have. Let's do these in the order I want to do them. Nope, I was wrong. Okay, so
that's the second print.
That's
last.
Sorry. Okay, then we have the Spider-Verse variant of Riri Williams, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ironheart in her spider costume.
Iron Spider.
And then I honestly have no idea who the character is. I know Black Cat's been in the book lately, so I don't know if that's her. But we have a Rose Besh variant, which I just think is far and away the best cover of the week.
I probably agree with you on that.
Speaking of, you can't have this one because I already picked it for my
I didn't
cool
pick
cover,
a hot cover,
but you have not. So if you come across one, let me know, or I can tell you what my runner-up was, and you can have it.
Okay. Oh. Our curtain fell down again, so you're all washed out behind your head.
Oh well, it's my halo. I became more saintly as I was sitting here. You must have said something that I didn't make a crack to. See, I can't make cracks. I'm doing all the talking. Todd, if you're still watching, these are usually a whole lot better because I sit over there and I do the color commentary while she does the boring part.
I can't bend my other arm back.
So I'm having to do the boring part and she doesn't do color commentary. So anyway.
I don't know enough to do color commentary.
Also by Cal New, we have the second printing of Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man number 4. Speaking of second printings, we have.
There's a very beat up, very chunky Iron Man suit. Like
chunky Iron Man suit.
Well, like it's not all smooth. It's very chunky.
I get what you're saying. Speaking of second prints, which is what I was trying to segue into, we have It's Jeff, number 1 shot, however you want to call it. Marvel calls it number 1. The rest of the world calls it a 1 shot.
That's Marvel for you.
This is the second printing. Did the first printing have? There wasn't a Spider-Man cover for the first printing, was there? But that is Jeff the Shark, and this is a book all for himself.
And it is adorable.
Junkyard Joe continuing in the Geiger storyline from Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Junkyard Joe, we have number 6. We have a we'll tell you the cover artist. We have that one's Gary Frank. This one is Tony Daniel.
Thanks.
This one is German Peralta. I'll be honest. I enjoyed. I'm going to be being honest. I'm going to be turning around and stuff, so please ignore me. But I enjoyed the first couple issues of Geiger.
You're supposed to give it to me.
I have. Oh, well, here. You didn't say I was supposed to give it to you. I have not read Junkyard Joe. I'm not a huge fan of war comics, which is Junkyard Joe is much more of. But like I said, it is part of the Geiger storyline, Geiger universe. So if you enjoyed Geiger, you should definitely give it a try. It is by Jeff Johns, so you know it's going to be immensely well written anyways. Carnal Confessions from Legends Comics, number 2. If I can say nothing else about this book, it's that it has really, really, really spexy covers. That is the variant. And this is the El Garza cover. So, anywho, I'll just let that ride on the covers and not say anything else. King Kong, the Great War. Although the title is actually only Kong, the Great War, but they put King on the cover, so I guess now that's the title. Huh. The World at War. While men of all nations fight on foreign shores, an Imperial German U-boat is lost at sea. The crew now faces terror beyond imagination. Monsters from creation's dawn. Gruesome, blood-stained death from above and below. Impossible beast reigning by fear and violence in the South Pacific. Just in case you're curious, all of these sentences end with exclamation marks. I feel like I'm not doing it justice.
And looming over all, the gargantuan ape god that knows no master. These brave men have faced death before, but now they must contend with Kong.
Every sentence, exclamation mark.
Every single one.
I mean, my God, people, take a Valium. But anywho, Kong.
He doesn't have the child development experience to do
Dynamite Comics.
to do
I believe Dynamite was the one that was doing the books that tied into the current Godzilla/Kong movies. So this is probably based on that, I think, or in that universe. But I won't swear to it.
Oh, but I like this sketch.
That is a really nice sketch cover by who?
The sketch is by Joe DeVito.
Sure. So I asked.
I don't know. I like it.
I feel like this is catching up to a previous batch of books, or maybe a damage replacement. We have Liquid Kill number 4. They're supposed to be other covers then. Oh, here we go. And then we have the all art, full art variant for Liquid Kill number 4.
Sorry, Looney Tunes was late. I stuck it in, missed the spot.
One of the things, I think I mentioned this a few weeks ago, but one of the odd things about the coming out of the pandemic is that there aren't nearly as much periodical children's comics as there used to be. Joetta complains about it periodically because she doesn't remember that, and she wants to know why I'm not ordering them. I'm like, I order all the ones. I haven't
complained in a long time about it,
but
because I know they're just not making them.
But DC thankfully does continue on with the Scooby-Doos and the Looney Tunes. So here we have Looney Tunes number 272.
He tries. Scout does some, but
yeah, Scout does some, but they tend to do them. They're non-stops.
Yeah.
Magic Order number. I should look that before I put it up there. Magic Order. I still should have some. There we go. Magic Order number 4. That is the gray tone variant cover.
Are you sure it's not Magic Order 4 number something else?
No, well, no, it's Magic Order 4 number 4.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
I really wish Netflix would get around to doing the TV show for Magic Order. First book series was really, really good. Speaking of things that are really, really good, we have Neil Gaiman and Mark Buckingham finally finishing up their Miracle Man saga with number 5.
Is it 5 of 5? So this is the final one?
I don't think that's right, but I could be wrong.
I don't think it says.
It doesn't say.
It didn't say. So it must not be the last one. It must just be number 5.
Now from Mad Cave Studios, we have one of the other books that I'm really super excited about this week. We have Monomyth, number 1.
Magic is all but extinct. When the last ailing wizard casts a final desperate spell to summon the descendants of ancient bloodlines to a school for magic, now in disrepair, Those chosen ones find a horror of the likes they've never experienced. They will have to confront the deepest part of themselves, their tragic pasts, and defeat each other to survive the ordeal. Monomyth is an all-new miniseries from the creators of Nottingham, David Hazan.
And we have a trailer for it as well, if you'd like to play.
And we're back. There we are. Hey.
So Monomyth number 1 from Mad Cave Studios.
I'm confused by the fact that they have to defeat each other. That would seem counterproductive to the whole, we're the last of generation.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that part. Multiversity. Harley screws up the DCU with a really super fun...
Hey, joke's on you. It's not even my car.
They're really super fun Action Comics number 1 homage. Then we have
I love alternate reality Harley, just like running off in the front going, oh my God.
And then we have a really fun Tyler Kirkham variant. And the 1 in 25 variant by Carl Mostert or something to that effect. If you haven't been reading this Harley series, it is a great trip through the multiverse with Harley. She didn't intend to go on the trip, but she got...
Well, she did. She got a multiversal thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes. Okay, yeah.
She got inside the cabinet.
She
wasn't expecting it to work, but she got inside of it.
From Brian Michael Bendis and Philip Hester. Sorry, not Hester. The 3-name Oeming. Michael Avon Oeming.
From the creator of the Eisner Award-winning bestseller Powers comes this brand new world of historical crime fiction like you've never seen before. Discover a world in which the 5 families of organized crime never lost their stranglehold on the United States. Now, half the country is a smorgasbord of sex and sin ruled by loyalty and family values. And the rest of the world looks on in awe, rage, or jealousy. Join us as newly made Valentine Gallo and Jagger Rose rise through the ranks of the notorious Bonavisi family. No spoilers, but Jagger has already proven herself one of the greatest assassins of all time. And the Pope would like a word. Yeah, the Pope. Huh.
So that is Murder, Inc., Jagger Rose. Long before Brian Michael Bendis made his name writing or creating the Marvel Ultimate Universe. For Marvel, and then going on to write lots and way too much Marvel stuff, and then some DC stuff, and now he's at Dark Horse. But he was a prolific and really, really good independent storyteller. He both wrote and drew his own stuff. I strongly recommend, if you've got any interest in crime books, looking up some of his crime stuff. Jinx and Goldfish, and there's one other one I can't think of. Powers is a really fun non-superpowered take on superpowers, but this one is Murder, Inc.
Wait, Powers is non-superpowered take?
Yeah, because
the detectives are non-superpowered.
Right. Well, one of them is a former power, but powers are kind of aren't appreciated. So.
And you were going to look up the name while I was reading. Michael Avon
Oeming. I did. I said
Michael Avon. Oh, did you say it? I didn't hear you say it.
The Nasty number 2 from Vault Comics. I'm really looking forward to this one because I enjoyed number 1. I wasn't really sure about what. You haven't read this, have you? Wasn't really sure about what happened, I guess is the best way to say it. So I'm hoping for some explanation to make that make more sense.
Well, was it a big giant robot crashing into a movie theater?
No, it was not. Why, is that what the cover was?
Isn't that what it looks like?
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Huh. Alrighty then. We have the variant cover for the Nasty #2, and then we still have first prints, by the way, but if we also have a second print, which is a more black and white version of the main cover from #1.
There's a group of kids create a movie, and because they create the Nasty, he comes to life, right?
Nemesis Reloaded from Mark Millar and his Netflix imprint over at Image, #5.
Nemesis Reloaded. I had to read this one because it is just.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how is that one black and white, but okay, I see what they did.
I know it. They said black and white, but there's color in it. But anyway, I had to read it because I'm not a huge superhero. I don't know. Anyway, but this book has just been so much gory fun. He just kills everyone. I just think it's great.
Similar to the vein of the original Kick-Ass stuff. This is just as over the top as you can get. Basically, what would you do if your parents were murdered and you inherited all the wealth and a lot of anger? Would you become a superhero and do good? No, you would not. You would be the absolute worst evildoer out there, and that is Nemesis.
Yeah.
The Neighbors 1 in 15 for #2. Yeah, #2. #2 came out a couple weeks ago, but as usual, we didn't get.
It came out last week.
Okay, well, for whatever reason, we didn't get the 1 in 15. Then this
but
is
look
by
how cute it is.
Zoo or Zoo. Hit or miss on Zoo or Zoo. I think most of her stuff has been. I say her. I presume her. I don't know. The first name ZU, kind of non-gender specific. But this one is super awesome. Night of the Living Dead, Revenants #3 photo cover.
Another special order
from American Mythology Productions. Tony Daniels and Scott Snyder's Noctera continues from Image Comics with #14.
Noctera is amazing.
And I'm moving this one out so you can see as I put this one on the black and white version of that cover. As much as I love the color version, that black and white is
also amazing. Maybe I think that's probably my favorite cover of the week. That Noctera cover.
If it had a logo.
I don't need a logo.
Who is that person? If I showed you that picture and
I actually knew right away that was Noctera, but that's because I'm reading it and.
From Dead Good Comics, kind of an odd publisher name. We have The Revolution Won't Be Live Streamed, Comrade. We have Octobriana
and Underground Full Tilt Boogie, #1.
This is
Zenoscope.
It's Octobriana and the Underground, Full Tilt Boogie. There we go.
And notice it doesn't say Full Tilt Boogie on the cover.
I can't help that.
But following on from the All-Star Octobriana with Love 50th Anniversary Edition, Octobriana and the Underground are back. Get ready for 2 exciting tales, plus a special 2-page recap of previous events for new readers. Lucy James makes their comic book writing debut in Doxing Match, throwing the Underground into a madcap VR metaverse featuring eye-popping art from Simone Rigazzoni. Then Stu Taylor and N. Stephen Harris take a trip back to the 1970s in God Hates a Coward. A simple heist mission hits a snag when the Underground collide with the combined machinations of Baba Yaga, Sister Disturbia, and the best that Soviet Red Army has to offer, Mother Russia.
So there is Octobriana and the Underground. Greg Rucka's Old Dog. Nope, I lied. Declan Shalvey. What was I thinking? Oh, Old Guard. That's what I was thinking about. Anyways, Declan Shalvey's Old Dog continues from Image Comics.
The variant cover.
Another book that I am really looking forward to reading this week, Phantom Road by Jeff Lemire. Todd, if you're still there, I know I had mentioned to you the Jeff Lemire's Black Mask. I'm sorry. Yeah, Black Mask. No. Black Orchard, right?
Bone Orchard?
Bone Orchard. There we go. See, I don't know. Anyway, Bone Orchard, Mythos storyline. The most recent one in comic form was the 1,000 Black Feathers.
The book is here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. This Jeff Lemire also, this is a really, really good story. I've enjoyed the first two and really looking forward to it. If you liked Black Orchard Mythos, then I strongly recommend
Bone
Orchard Mythos. Sorry. And I strongly recommend you give this periodical a try. And we'll jump ahead just to show you that's the book I was talking about, the 10,000 Black Feathers, part of the Black Orchard Mythos.
Graphic novel is
Bone
out.
Orchard.
Wow, you cannot say that.
I'm not supposed to be doing this much talking. I have talked
Bone
too much.
Orchard Mythos.
My brain has cut off.
And this is collects the 10,000 Black Feathers.
You cannot expect my brain to talk this much. I don't have this many words. Saga, a book that thankfully does only one cover every issue, continues on with number
56?
64.
64. Wasn't even close.
Nice horny girl there. What? She is. Look at her. Samurai Doggy from Aftershock.
He's finally found his brother.
Number 6.
But can he get him to listen?
James Tynion IV brings us part of the Sandman universe with Nightmare Country, The Glass House, number 2. That is a really nice cover. This is a really creepy cover for the variant. This one is this is the 1 in 25 and is just amazeballs for the Art Deco-ness of it. Slightly combined with a Nagel painting, if Nagel painted men. Creepy men.
Creepy men. Men with teeth for eyes.
And then we have the 1 in 50 cover, which is that one there. So that is Sandman Universe. I forgot the name already.
Glass House.
I need to not be talking this much.
Nightmare Country, The Glass House.
Silk continues back. Cindy Moon, I believe, is back with a new number 1. That is the main cover. I enjoy that one. This is the super sweet Momoko cover. Joetta's throwing books on the floor. This is the Window Shades variant by Tom Riley. There's a new Loki book coming up soon, and it has a Window Shades variant that's really a lot of fun. This is the Elena Casagrande Women of Marvel variant.
I like the Window Shades, the opposite. She's looking in instead of looking out.
True. I honestly didn't get that. This is the Derek Chu variant. So lots of different ways you can get your silk.
I thought she was sitting on a spider web, but she's not. She's jumping from one to another, I guess.
I think so, yeah. Spawn artist. I'm not sure if he says it Simon, which is how I would say it, or if he says it Zymon, because it is Szymon. But Krudansky is both writing.
Oh, wait. Silk is back. Cindy Moon returns as the web-spinning spider hero Silk in an all-new all-star series. As Silk gains popularity in the public eye, Cindy is questioning her place in the world. But existentialism will have to wait when a powerful new villain is turned loose. In a race against the clock, Silk discovers the dangers of ancient Korean magic and social media. Don't miss the comics debut of Sun storyteller Emmy Kim and the return of legendary comic artist Takeshi Miyazawa. Okay, now.
My question is it... No, go back up. So she discovers the dangers of ancient Korean magic and social media. It's like when you mix them together?
No.
Or both one individually?
No.
Both individually.
She discovers them. There's a hyphen. So it's the dangers of ancient Korean magic, the dangers of social media.
I agree with the dangers of social media. That's
All
why.
right, now we have something epic. I knew I had to read something epic. I forgot about Silk. From Image Comics. Imagination is real. Outside our perception, creative thought takes physical form with only a handful of individuals known as epics able to interact with this wondrous hidden world. But for 14-year-old Danny Dillon, accepting these responsibilities himself won't be easy or safe. Lose yourself in a world of endless fantasy and creativity where superheroes, monsters, magical creatures, and cartoon characters live and breathe alongside us. Fan favorite Spawn and Punisher artist Simon Kudrinski introduces a world where the only limitation is your imagination.
Obviously, that is supposed to be I presume, record homage, but I don't know what record that is. And then we have the Nintendo video game homage. And last but not least, we have the amazing Fantasy 15 homage. And on that, the kid is saying things I can't see until I can find focus.
Let the world say what it wants. I know they're real. No one will believe you, Danny. In this issue, meet Danny, a teen with the gift of living among the imagination.
We have a trailer for that.
We do. Somewhere. Here it is. And we are back. Something epic. Did you just knock the whole tray?
Yes. And speaking of Spawn, although not drawn by Kredinsky anymore, we have Spawn number a whole lot, 341.
Spawn number a whole lot.
Mark Brooks is doing covers for Spawn right now. That is a really, really fun Mark's Brooks cover. I should leave that there. I put the variant.
It's a variant, yeah.
And that is the variant cover by Mark Kolak.
Somebody. Is that a new Spawn character? What is that?
No, it's not. Although I don't know what it's called.
It's like a column.
It's a monkey robot monkey.
Robot monkey.
Cyber monkey. I don't know. Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones number 3 is out. We have the obligatory.
So many Spider-Gwen. So many Gwens.
We have the obligatory, although really hot looking.
Not Spider-Gwen.
Greg Land variant with her as Kraven the Hunter. We have a super fun Rian Gonzalez open order cover.
So
love
cute.
Rian Gonzalez stuff. Love it, love it, love it. Speaking of things I love, we have a design variant, 1 in 10 design variant by Peach Momoko.
It's Bird Gwen.
I presume Vulture. So Gwen Vulture? Gwenture? I don't know. Spider-Man.
Gwenture.
Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis number 2. I feel like number 1 was just last week.
It was.
I know. That was my being sarcastic. That is the main cover. This is the variant cover. And then we have the Ken Lashley frame border. I don't know what they call it. Variant cover.
2099 frame
which
variant.
has the pseudo frame like the original 2099s did.
But he didn't point out that this introduces Blade 2099.
And something else 2099, but I can't remember what. Amazing Spider-Man 25. Whatever happened to Mary Jane?
It's a very red cover.
It's a very red cover. But we finally find out whatever
all
happened
Mary
to
Jane's hair.
To Mary Jane.
It's kind of fun.
Speaking of fun, we have another Greg Land variant.
I swear he only has 2 positions.
He used to draw them in different ways, but I think now it's just that this way he can just change the coding and the skin and make it somebody else. That could be Gwen Stacy if you just color it differently.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying Greg Land is lazy or anything, but anywho.
He only has 2 positions.
Actually, since
they're only ducking down or sitting with their legs crossed.
Speaking of lazy, and I honestly probably blame this more on
it's not lazy
on Marvel Comics. I suspect that this was part of something that Scotty Young was drawing, and they just sort of said, we need a Scotty Young cover, so let's just use this. But speaking of cute, we have the New Avengers homage variant for the Disney 100th anniversary.
I love the Disney. This is probably this is my favorite cover.
These are
I
super
love
fun.
the Disney covers. They're just so cute.
And that seems like a lot of.
I mean, who else would be Captain America other than Mickey Mouse? I mean, let's just think.
Oh,
about this
that's
for a
definitely
minute.
true.
I mean,
Yeah. Oh, I guess I should read it, huh? What if Mickey and friends became the newest Avengers? Then we have a. You know what? I am not sure which issue, but it's an homage to Web of Spider-Man comic that had the black costume, one of the first books with the black costume after the Secret War, which in and of itself was an homage to Amazing Fantasy 15. And then we have the last of these. We have the 1 in 25 Ed McGuinness variant.
777.
In which she again says, "Face it, Tiger." Not sure what the 777 is, but I suppose it has to do with Mephisto and all that kind of stuff. I know in the next issue, this is number 25, hence the number of covers there are. I know in the next issue, number 26, something there's a major death, although they're not telling us of who. Spirit World from DC Comics, Dawn of DC, and their We Are Legends. Okay, let's see. How do you say this? The connecting tissue is Dawn of DC, which is, sort of a soft rebirth or a recreation of a lot of the DC universe. Some of them are new characters, as this one is. We Are Legends looks at some of the Asian characters, new characters that have come about recently in the DCU. So you can read now.
Love the giant sword. Yes, Brian, it is nice. So from the pages of Lazarus Planet, Dark Fate, a new Chinese hero emerges who's able to travel to and from the spirit world, the realm of the dead, and that of the living. Their name is Xanth, and their superpower is being able to burn items folded from I think it's supposed to be just paper, and immediately turn them into real objects, based on the East Asian practice of burning, I guess it is joss paper, burning joss paper at graveyards in order to send resources to the ancestors in the spirit world. Except Xanth can retrieve those items in the world of the living. Their weapon of choice is a large broadsword, because who doesn't love a big sword when you can choose to use a big sword? Xanth is a master of the dark arts who's here to give Constantine a run for his money, literally. When Constantine shows up to saying Xanth scammed him into buying something, he finds them and Batgirl Cascane fighting an abnormal influx of Giganshi, Chinese hopping vampires, and joins in to help. But when a portal opens that drags Batgirl into the spirit world, it's up to Xanth and Constantine to travel to the land of the spirits to rescue her. Who knows what other spirits we'll find in the spirit world? Like the skateboarding boy wearing hanfu with some headphones and a gaping hole in his chest?
I've read the first half of the book. I'm enjoying it. The character made her debut during one of the Lazarus Planet one-shots. I have not read that, so you don't need to know that part. But this is the 1 in 25 variant by Chung Lee Win. We have a Zoo variant. You can't quickly grab that.
That's the AAPI.
You can't quickly grab that other Zoo, can you?
No.
Okay. This is one of the ones, like I said, that other one I thought was really, really awesome. This one is not as high on my list of liking, but it is still fun. And like Joetta said, that is the Asian American Pacific Islander variant. We have a Dustin Wynn variant. You notice all of them focus on, or not focus, but feature that giant sword. And then we have the main cover.
That's why wouldn't you use a giant sword if you could use a giant sword?
Then we have the main cover by Haining. Like I said, I read the first half of the book. I'm looking forward to finishing it. I'm enjoying it so far. Star Wars, Darth Vader, number 34. Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary.
All of our Darth Vaders are special orders.
And Solo, not that one, apparently. And
Oh,
Solo,
no, wait, that's right. We had one.
Solo 5th anniversary.
The movie Solo.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out.
I had to look that up too. I was like, oh, yes, it is.
Couldn't figure out what that meant at first.
Just didn't get sealed.
Star Wars, High Republic from Marvel Comics. This is number 9.
Behold the Hand of Siberius.
And a nice Tyler Kirkham
That's a really
variant
pretty
for
cover.
that. Stargirl, The Lost Children wraps up with number 6. I managed to read number 1, and I haven't had a chance to read the rest, but I was really enjoying it. It's Jeff Johns and Todd Knock. Jeff Johns is the creator of the character and oversaw the TV show, which was had its issues, I thought, but was really, really good overall. I couldn't stand whining Starman, but I is it a spoiler if I say?
Yes.
Okay.
No spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers, but they kind of explained and made it understandable why Starman was such a whiny little bitch.
They did. Oh,
That's what he was.
shame on you.
Sorry. Joe McHale plays Starman, and I love Joe McHale, but I would have just as soon strangled him. He was, but it all makes sense when you watch the whole thing. Strongly recommend it. It's on, I suppose it's on HBO Max. Anyway, that's the variant cover by the artist who drew it, Marguerite Savage. Sausage, something to that effect.
By the artist that drew it.
Carlo Pagluan brings us the main cover for Superman Lost, a really, really phenomenal Superman story. And I do not typically like Superman stories, but I'm
It's a
enjoying this one.
10-issue maxi series.
And Lee Weeks brings us the variant. Superman went off to fight do some good with the Justice League, got zapped away, and came back.
Clark Kent is a little confused.
Came back like 20 years later, although to most everybody else, it's been like no time whatsoever, and he doesn't know what happened or much of anything anymore. Venom, Lethal Protector 2, although these don't say 2 for some reason. 2, number 1, second print. That is the black and white. That is actually the 1 in 25, so let's put that right down here. This is the black and white, and I believe wraparound cover.
You are incorrect.
No, I'm not, but that's fine. You might have them mislabeled.
They all look like this. All 25 of them look like that.
Then Marvel screwed up. That was supposed to be the number 1 wraparound. It is wraparound at least, isn't it? This one? Who knows? Anyway, this is the black and white reprint. Looks really, really fun in black and white. And this is the other black and white reprint. One of them we got a bunch of. One of them is a special order only for somebody. Extreme Venomverse continues, but starts up. We are back off to the Venomverse, where everything is a Venom. This introduces a bunch of new Venoms.
It's not wraparound.
Okay.
However, the 1 in 25 is a wraparound.
What's the number on that?
135.
Hard to tell that way. Anyways, sorry. We'll figure that out elsewhere. Thank you for... You can fast forward through that part. Now that you already watched it, you can go back and fast forward through it. Extreme Venomverse, we have a much more interesting Scotty Young cover. We have a Peach Momoko variant, which I think is super fun. By the way, this introduces a samurai Venom.
Return to the Venomverse. Face front, Venomaniacs, and celebrate the 35th anniversary of the creation of Venom. The summer of symbiotes is underway, and it all starts with Extreme Venomverse, a landmark series that's going to take mighty Marveldom to corners of the hive never seen before in 3 titanic tales. First, comic superstars Ryan North and Paulo Segura put a fresh and exciting spin on a story you may be familiar with, starring Eddie Brock as Spider-Man? Then, your new favorite writer, Mirka Andolfo, shows your side of the whole Brock family you never thought you'd see. And finally, one of the best writer-artists in comics today, Leonardo Romero, reimagines Venom as a samurai. But whether all of your new favorite symbiotes will survive this summertime saga remains to be seen. That is not a question. Why does it end with a question mark?
No, whether they will survive remains to be seen.
It's not a
It's
question.
not a question mark, you're right. But whether implies it's a question mark.
But it's not a question.
And therefore, the underpaid editor who wrote that, that is the 1 in 25 variant by Rod Reese. And this is the all art, full art 1 in 50 variant of the main cover. That is Ken Lashley, his variant. This is Ryan Stegman. He's doing a series of what they're calling The Other, based on the cover series they did a little while ago across the Spider books. This is his version, and then we showed you the Samurai Peach Momoko and the Samurai Scotty Young. And there he goes, the Samurai. Samurai Venom. Samavenom. That doesn't work. Samavenom.
That doesn't work at all.
It doesn't even come close. Stephen Sequoia, not a tree, but a man, brings us the cover for Wildcats #7. And Clayman brings us this one. Oh, we are 7 minutes. Wow, I suck at this.
We are what now?
We are 7 minutes over an hour already. But we are almost done. We're in the W's, in case you didn't
We
know.
talked about how few there were, and you've just kept talking and talking.
We have Winter Ember. Arthur is a man stripped of his past, tortured and forced to escape into isolation. Thought to be dead, he returns 8 years later, a changed man, disfigured, seeking answers and pursuing revenge. And we have a trailer.
And we're back.
I'm not sure how you say that. Is it Ego Manga?
I don't know. Igo
Igo Manga?
I don't know. EIGO manga.
Looks really interesting, I thought. X-Men Red, #11. Now that the Sins of Sinister are over, we get back to the regular X-Men books. This is the Marvel Icon variant featuring Jubilee.
I'm trying to figure out why Storm's costume has a hole in the middle of it. I mean, are we just like we just decided that women don't their main core trunk of their body, where all of their important body parts are, is just not important?
Well, it's very important.
Just stab it.
That's why we're able to see it, so we can
Just
keep an eye
stab
on
me.
it.
Let me make a big bullseye for you, and you stab me right now.
Well, I mean, you should be happier then, because I mean, Spider Storm.
Yeah, she's all covered up.
Is all
I think
covered
she's
up,
cute.
and I think that's a really fun cover by who knows, Luciano Vecchio. It looks like.
I like that she uses the spiders the webs to make lightning, and like it's really
It's really
realistic.
fun.
Yeah.
Rogue.
I almost said realistic. It's not
like
realistic
Rogue
at all.
Versus, but it's not Rogue Versus. It's Rogue and Gambit. That is the main cover. This is the, I wish, much better drawn Spider-Verse cover. It's kind of hard to see the characters. This is the sultry.
But they're both spiders.
Sultry Make Out in the Rain Against a Wall, Jeff DeCal variant.
I love that.
That is super awesome. Although this one I think is my favorite one for all the covers. I'm not sure who Steve Morris is, but I just really, really like the coloring on that and everything from the logo and the whole 9 yards. Also in the mutant world of things, actually our last book, we have Wolverine. Versus, did I say versus? Yes, versus Weapons of X. Not Weapon X, but Weapons of X. Beast has somehow been co-opted by Weapon X and is going at it with Wolverine. We have Sister Dagger by Inhyuki Lee, is the Asian American Pacific Islander variant.
Heritage Month.
I really enjoy that cover.
Gotta
Not
get the
promote
whole
the character, but really enjoy the cover. And then we have an interesting take on Wolver Spider. Spiderine? Spiderine.
Spiderine.
Spiderine. So I think that's kind of
That's Iron Spiderine.
True. True. So that is it for the comic books. We will real quickly run through Jujutsu Kaisen manga. There's a subtitle. Can't see it. Thorny Road at Dawn. My Hero Academia Vigilante
14.
Volume 14. Dark Avenger, The Strange Saga of the Shadow. Now, what I don't know is this. Okay, no, it is. You can tell. Okay, it's. Why is it called Dark Avenger? See, that's doing. It's the Shadow. It's. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows. Why? It's that Shadow. I guess the name of the book is Dark Avenger. It's kind of confusing to me, but anywho, is it a? Okay, it's sort of a thing, not a comic. It's kind of cool. I guess it's about him. Final Girls from Dark Horse Comics gathers a bunch of Final Girls from various slaughter things, and they are trying to survive one more time. Is that me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And last but not least is our previous exclusive. I'm going to take it out so you can see it better. Although you don't see that it's previous exclusive that way. Sailor Moon Lunchbox, which has a soup container inside.
He's so cute.
It's embossed.
You too can take.
On both sides.
And now it's upside down. It's metal.
It is metal.
And you can see the impression of the embossing.
That is the soup container / thermos.
Yeah, I think it's fine they call it a soup container.
So there you go. That does it.
All right, guys, we are done. We are out of here. And
don't forget, most plausible reason for the M in the black box logo. Todd said because it's mine. But who else has a good reason for there to be an M in the black box logo? You will get 15% off the following week. And that does it for me.
Bye, guys.